Hey guys, welcome to the top 10 list. Welcome to my top 10 favorite gaming consoles. Yes, you're probably wondering why I'm out here in my living room. Well, me and Lindsay just shot a video out here. I think you guys are going to love the video that we shot. That'll be uploaded really soon, and it's going to be pretty funny. It's a pretty funny video, and yeah, I can't wait to show you guys that video. But because we shot that video, I didn't want to go into the other room where I usually record and set up everything, so I just thought, fuck it. I'll shoot these 1 or 2 videos out in the living room. So I'm out here, got all my shit out here. So I thought I'd just do that just for this time. So this is my top 10 favorite gaming consoles. I've talked about a lot of consoles and my favorite games for certain consoles, but I never talked about like my favorite consoles of all time. I did the whole ranking of PlayStation, but I'm including every console ever. The Segas, the Nintendos, the PlayStations, the Xbox, all of them. Top 10 of my personal favorite gaming consoles. Wonder what I will pick. And as always, for our top 10 list, you gotta have your honorable mentions. Honorable mentions are Xbox, PS3, Game Boy, PS Vita, the Dreamcast, Sega Genesis, Xbox One. Good consoles. Couldn't make the top 10 list. What did make my top 10 was my number 10. My number 10 is the PlayStation 1. The PlayStation 1 came out in 1994, and it began the PlayStation franchise. This is an incredible console. Great gaming console. Great games. All the games I grew up with, like Crash Bandicoot and the Spyro and the Final Fantasies, all I played on PS1. This is childhood for me, the PlayStation 1. Loved it. It's a bit dated now, of course, but it was revolutionary. The way all the games made for the PlayStation 1, they're still making sequels and remakes to all these amazing, timeless games. And the console was awesome. It was an awesome console. Sadly, I feel like these 9 are better, but can't knock the PS1. It's a great console. Number 9, the Gamecube. The Gamecube, I have more nostalgia for the PS1 more than the Gamecube, but the Gamecube had some great games. And the way Gamecube functioned and the way how more convenient Gamecube was, and it had better visuals and some cool games, and just the way GameCube, how it was assembled and how it presented itself, and I even like the design and the look more. I just love GameCube. I got GameCube when I was like more of an older child, like 11 and stuff, but still love the GameCube. It's one of my favorite consoles. Number 8, Xbox 360. Only Xbox I'll go with, because I never had an Xbox. I always had a best friend who always had the Xboxes. You had the Xbox One, 360, all that shit. I played Xbox always at his house. And Xbox 360 was always my favorite. All the best games, like the Gears of War games I played, was all for the 360 and stuff. The Halo games, all for the 360. Great console. It's a very cool console. It's got some great games. It did a lot of great tech stuff. I don't want to go into details because I don't know a lot about the tech stuff because it's Xbox. I'm more of a PlayStation guy than Xbox, but 360, easily the best Xbox console for me. 7 is the Wii. The Wii was very, very revolutionary for Nintendo. The freaking sales, the games they had for the Wii, it was almost like you're experiencing the game itself. You're in the game itself, playing as like these characters or these whatever you're doing, whether it's sports or an adventure game. The Wii brought games to life for you, and it was incredible. Absolutely incredible. The Wii U came out, definitely nowhere near as good, but the Wii, excellent. Number 6 is the NES. The Nintendo Entertainment System is something that again, it's childhood. It's more childhood for my older brother, but I loved it. I played I played Mario Brothers, all the classic Mario games on the NES. A lot of amazing games on the NES, and just the way this is the beginning of Nintendo. And I will always stand by PlayStation and Nintendo are the best console franchises ever. And NES started it all, man. Like it started the greatness of game consoles for me. That's what I think. Everyone will say different things. Like everyone will say like N64 started the greatness. PS1 started the greatness. The Atari started the greatness. Depends on who you are. Speaking of Atari, I love the Atari. The look, the feel, these dated pixelated games. They're awesome. I love it. I love the Atari. The way it looks, the way it is, and just how rare it is and everything. I love the Atari. I don't know why. I never even grew up with the Atari. I grew up with the PlayStation and Nintendo, but I didn't even grow up with Atari. But I love it. I played it when I got much older, and it's awesome. Super great. You played the ET game? So terrible. Number 4, PS4. Still got a PS4. PS5's not on here. I've played the PS5 on other systems, but I personally don't have the console, so I can't fully put it on this list because I haven't fully experienced the PlayStation 5. I've played games on the PS5, like Astro's Playroom and a couple other games, a little bit of Cyberpunk, but I've never fully enhanced it because I don't own it myself. So I feel like that's just not fair to put it on this list. PS4 is fantastic. The way it did everything, the way you could put all these services on it, the internet speed is amazing. The games, the exclusives like the Red Deads and the Spider-Mans and the fucking remakes like Spyro, Crash, Resident Evil, God of War, just the amount of amazing games that came over the PS4. Just another amazing slot to the PlayStation. Just love it. 3, the Switch, Nintendo Switch. I mean, Lindsay have a Nintendo Switch, and it's my second favorite Nintendo product. I love it. My number 2 will always be my number 2. Nothing will ever top it, but this came close. Super came close. The amount of amazing games you have for the Switch and the way you can play with your friends online, it's just so much easier than a lot of other consoles do it. I always have trouble sometimes with PlayStation and even Xbox, but it's so easy to communicate with your friends online on Nintendo Switch and easy to play with them and everything. And just the games are great. Come on, like Super Mario Party, Super Mario Galaxy, they released all the classic Mario games and like the Sonic games all on for the Switch. It's fucking awesome. Playing Hades on that was amazing. Just Switch is just incredible. It's one of the best. Number 2 is N64. It's the best Nintendo product ever. All the games I grew up with, like with the Doom and Star Fox 64, Mario Kart 64, Mario Golf, like all the great N64 games, a GoldenEye, just even the stupid Super Big games were the worst games ever, but just, I remember childhood playing in Nintendo 64, and just it brings back happy memories, and it will always go down as one of the greatest consoles ever, but not the greatest. I think the greatest, my opinion, I think the greatest console ever is the PlayStation 2. It's the highest selling console. It is the most revolutionary console. The way the games, the exclusives that came out for it, the way it combined the PS1, PS2, and you played DVDs on it. People were buying PS2s just so they could watch movies. It was just something unique, something original. Everyone always wanted to top the PS2 after that because the PS2 was like one of the greatest things ever to come out for gaming consoles when it came out. And it still stands by as one of the best. I love the PS2, the Jack games, the Spyro games that came out, the Crash games that came out, Final Fantasy X, all the great PS2 games that came out. It's amazing. Like, it gives me chills just thinking about when I first got my PS2. Just one of the greatest consoles ever. Number 1 favorite. So that's my top 10 favorite gaming consoles in my opinions on the comment section below. Please tell me what are your guys' top 10 favorite gaming consoles in your guys' opinion. Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and join the dark side.